Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. David here.
Isaac.
And I'm sad. Oh no.
And I am not because I saw this coming. It was the obvious thing.
No, it wasn't the obvious thing. No.
The pro
No.
should win.
Okay, we're fine with the pro winning, but not this way. Okay? The way he won, it leaves, just like you said before, it leaves a shadow of a
Right.
doubt that makes people feel like you didn't really win and it could have gone both ways. And at the same time, I don't know who's the pro.
Well, no.
No, I can't say
Okay,
that.
well, to be honest with you, fine. Because honestly, I think him being a professional, it should have been a clear,
Yeah.
obvious victory.
Just like with Jake Paul.
Obviously, he won.
Yeah, just like
Right.
with Jake Paul. When you look at it, you're like,
But
He's
that
the
just
pro.
also speaks to the skill
of,
level of KSI, right?
KSI, yeah.
But also maybe also a certain level of disrespect coming from Tommy Fury,
yeah, I
You know?
agree. I agree.
because I think he only really started taking it seriously after he got that first punch he landed on in the first round.
Yeah.
You know, then he was like, "Oh shoot, this is serious."
yeah.
Maybe, but you know what? I think that if he had stayed more true to boxing,
No,
and
he would
his
have lost.
boxing style,
He would have lost.
No, honestly, the one who masters his art and stays with his art is more likely to do better than one who abandons it.
It's
because
true.
brawling like that, like you're trying to fight like your opponent, that's not really how you fight.
It's not that he's trying to fight like his opponent. He doesn't have a choice because just like you were able to witness, he doesn't have the power to knock out KSI.
He does lack
And
power.
because he's lacking that power, if he stays with boxing and the fundamental, like if he does that, KSI will just swarm you. Like you will feel like there's nothing I can do anymore. And then that's where you get knocked out or you get off balance and something happens.
I don't know.
You know why I'm
I don't
saying this?
know.
You know why I'm saying? Because he said it himself. He's an awkward guy.
He's an
Just
awkward
by
fighter.
saying he's awkward and I'm looking the way he's fighting, it makes you look like if I just stick to what I know and the textbook, I will make it.
Well,
Because the
that's-
guy, look at the way he's fighting. He goes down, he goes low. Like you don't know which hand he's going to use. He's bouncing around all the time. Like his hands are like sort of fainting here. He's like going left, going right. And if you just stick to what you know as boxing, I'm telling you, he would have lost this clear.
I stick with the comment people there, the commentators there, because they were saying the same thing, that they would have wanted to see more boxing out of Tommy Fury, and I agree. I honestly do
fine.
agree. But at any rate, I think that for being a professional boxer, it should have been a more clear victory on his side instead of this controversial one, especially with him doing all those back-headed punches,
Yeah.
like
What-
many times.
What was
I
those
like,
about?
Too many times. I'm like, you should know better as a professional
This
boxer.
is why I'm saying we don't know who's the pro. Because the guy that you guys are calling, oh, you're an amateur and like you're not a true boxer, blah, blah, blah. He's
not
sticking to the
doing
rule.
that, right?
You're
He
going
is sticking
dirty.
to the
I'm
rules.
like, dude, you're trying to, this is a desperate win right here. And he hit him more than 3 times.
That's true. We counted.
Yeah.
Well,
More
we
than 3
didn't
times.
continue counting, but we
No,
saw
no,
that
no.
it was
But
definitely more
the
than 3
first
times.
one we thought
Yeah,
it was
'cause
one.
the first time he hit him twice.
Yeah.
And then the second time he probably did too.
Yeah. And then he went to the third. That's where he put him on the side. No, you can't do this. And they reducted technically 2 points.
They
But
took 2 points
I was
back.
like listening. It was just one. I think it was just one.
No, I think no, I think it was 2 points. But
Because
I
that's-
don't know.
That's not right.
At any rate, he got points taken off, and he still won, which means if he didn't get points taken off, he would still win.
I think that this fight should have been a draw. It should have ended on a draw. But I feel like, and a lot of people like it's not because I wanted KSI to win. It's just what Tommy Fury showed us that leaves us this part of us doubting that he won this fairly. I feel like they gave it to him.
Well,
He's the pro boxer. He has way more to lose, and we know what his family has said. If he loses, he's in his hometown. As far as we know,
Yeah,
those
he had
judges,
everything to
he
lose,
had
right?
everything
Yeah,
to lose.
absolutely.
So the people were like, oh man, if we do this a draw, it's going to be a big upset. Or if KSI wins, it's like, you know what? Let's just slide him 1 point above. That's what I feel.
Well, and that's why they're calling it, at least the commentators there were calling it a controversial victory, which I think, is a fair point to make. Just from seeing the fight, we didn't really see any like domination from either side,
Yeah.
right? It was pretty even.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty even. Therefore, as you said, it probably should have been a draw.
Yeah, he should have been.
And that would have made more sense.
Yes.
I think it was a draw.
Yeah.
But I predicted a win from Tommy Fury.
It's
The
fine. I
win
mean,
came through.
at the end of the
Give
day,
me my money.
at the end of the day, KSI had lost nothing. He just gained more, in my opinion, more experience, more followers, and people are just realizing, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. He holded his own against a pro
Right,
boxer.
because as the guy said again, this is just a hobby for him. He's not
Yeah.
he's not a full-time boxer.
Yeah.
And as a non-full-time boxer,
he can pull up this
going
fight.
not just going the distance, because
Yeah.
that's like saying that he was just like barely making
Mm-hmm.
it, but he didn't just barely make it.
Yeah.
He was like keeping up, fighting, like giving us a real fight,
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
See, that's why I'm imagining if he did it full time, I
He-
feel like he would have beat
he
Tommy
would
Fury.
have
Yeah,
won that.
He would have won.
Yeah.
Like, because if he goes full time, some mistake in his fighting style would have been fixed. He would have been a more congruent boxer. Like he would have had the basics. Like when you see him, when you look at him, just like when Tommy Fury is fighting, you're like, yeah, he's a boxer. You would have seen the same thing.
Yeah,
with
but you
KSI.
can't really say that from watching that specific fight.
No,
I
no,
mean-
I'm not saying this based on the fight.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying
overall,
this
yeah,
like
overall,
overall,
yes,
like
you can-
it's just
right.
it's just like both of us. If we just go boxing full time, we will be boxers, So it's the same thing for KSI because he does it just out of hobby because he's a YouTuber, singer, whatever. He does all this stuff.
Right.
And boxing is just like 2 times a year, 1 time a year. So I'm like, well, but still, he did better than Jake Paul.
Yeah, Jake Paul. What I didn't like about this fight was the
clinching?
constant clinching all the time. Every 5 seconds, clinch. Every 5 seconds, I'm like, come on, you guys. Like, come on. I'm here to see boxing,
Yeah,
not hugging.
you prefer the Salt, Pappi, and Slim fight?
Salt, Pappi, and Slim, that was a good fight.
That was a good fight. I
You
agree.
can tell that the level is less, but it's like, this is a good fight. I'm seeing punches being exchanged. I see a little blood, a knockout, which, contrary to what we were saying in the previous video
Yeah.
there, where we thought, oh, Slim, Pappi, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
Slim would have. Yeah, but
And I still think that he's got potential, but I mean, did I call him Slim Pappi? Salt. Salt Pappi.
Salt. But
But I mean, we didn't see that knockout coming.
he keeps making the same mistake that I see him from every other fight, even the one that he wins. You're like, dude, stop. Like it's the same thing. This is why I have to respect Tommy Fury. He comes in, even though he underestimates his opponent at a certain level, but when he's in, I'm here to box, not joke around, not play around, not do that any of the idiotic thing that DANIS was doing against Logan Paul.
Yeah, what was that all about? No, let's stop here first.
No. We'll talk about this later.
Fine.
This is going to be an hour-long video, so put it on the side. But first of all, this KSI and Tommy Fury thing. Tommy went in. He's not taunting. He's not playing around. I'm here to win. Even though at a certain level he's underestimating KSI, but after he got that first punch,
Yeah, I think after
Then
that
he's like,
first
oh,
punch, he wasn't underestimating him
yeah,
anymore.
he took it seriously.
But then again, it's just like, I don't know. I just, for a professional boxer,
yeah, you want him more.
with his pedigree, like KOs, undefeated, all that good stuff. I'm like, come on.
We get it. He's not at the pinnacle of boxing like his brother is. Like his brother is the world champion, so that's a totally different level. But what we're saying is from him, like his entire background is this: I'm a pro boxer. This is what I do. You're just a guest in my house, and this is what you show us. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I expected more.
Yeah.
I expected to see more. I expected to see a better kind of a fight,
Mm-hmm.
which of course is somewhat dependent on your opponent, because an opponent as awkward as KSI, because what he's doing is not really boxing. You know, it's like you can argue that it's boxing, but fundamentally, is it really boxing the way that KSI fights? I would say
feel
not.
like KSI, if he took Deontay Wilder, the one who lost to Tommy Fury's older brother, I forgot what his name is, but he's also Fury. If he took Deontay Wilder fighting style, I feel like KSI will be a better boxer, because they have their fighting style is pretty similar. But the other guy was a world champion, so I'm like, he at least had the basics in. And when you look at KSI, he knows the basics, but I feel like he strays too much into his natural feeling, fighting feeling, whatever.
Well, actually, I don't want to say that he strays. I think he's very true to his fighting style. He always fights like this. You
Yeah.
know, it's like boxing plus whatever it is that I always do, and that's his style.
But that's what I'm saying. If he stays in boxing and takes this seriously, and that's something he just does like Jake Paul do, because that's what Jake Paul does. He right now he's a boxer, and on the side he's a YouTuber. If KSI does the same thing, man, those mistakes, that fighting style that we're seeing is going to be corrected, and it's going to be forged into this like monstrous underdog, unstoppable speed demon that he already is a speed demon, because like
Does have a lot of speed.
yeah, he does have a lot of speed compared to a lot of boxers that we're seeing right now on the misfit fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, and man, the clinching though, that was
Yeah, that was fun. Honestly,
Yeah.
for me, I felt that just made the fight just more boring. You know, it's like it was a great fight. It could have been a greater fight if there was less of this clinching. You know, it's just all. I mean, every 5 seconds nearly you had. It's like, come on, you guys, like, come
it's
on.
because they were both countering their attacks, just like I told you.
Yeah, but like, can somebody like step back or back away, or I don't know.
But that's
I
why
don't know,
people are
man.
saying we should have seen more boxing from Tommy Fury, because he does this on the regular, so he's supposed to know
How
when
to
somebody
handle it.
how to handle this clinching stuff and
But that's
especially-
maybe also assuming that he's better than he is.
that's
you know,
that is
right?
true,
'Cause,
because this fight
After this, I'm like, yeah, you're a pro, but
yeah. I'm not giving him that much credit anymore. Like he was good. He was good.
Yeah,
That's
he
what I'm
was
gonna say.
good. I
He was
mean,
good.
he won, but should it have been a controversial victory? I don't think so. It shouldn't have been. You know, I think it should have
Yeah.
been a more
KSI
maybe not
said
like
it was a robbery, but yeah.
maybe not like crushing. Well, I mean, this being a controversial victory means for him a controversial defeat,
Yeah.
which allows him to make this statement, and it is arguably true.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because the way we see the fight is like it appears that KSI landed more punches. I know they showed the numbers at the end that Fury threw more punches, but I'm like, did he really though?
But
Did he?
this is just
Or did
how
he,
many
like, land
punches
more
that you
punches?
threw, but we don't know how many he landed.
No, they had.
No,
had
they
it-
just
right.
just showed.
They had Fury at 39 and KSI at 38 for punches.
But that's what I'm saying. Why is
Landed.
it just
They're connected.
this 1 point split decision? I feel this is what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, for a fight that was gonna be a draw, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, even if KSI lost, like he did, he doesn't like. He's fine. His reputation, his career, everything's fine. The issue is, I hope this was not I don't know. They didn't just give it to Tommy Fury, because if they did that, I feel like they're ruining his career.
Whose career?
Tommy, Because if this comes, like, if that's what they did, they just give it to him.
I mean, there's no proof that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If that's what they did, and this comes out, he's done for.
You know, I'm sure that as long as he wins his next professional fight,
No,
then
that's
it's
as
gonna
long
be fine.
people who remember.
Because this is not like some significant.
Why are people defeating Faker now? Why?
Why?
Because wait, Faker lost. Wait, Faker is losing in lane. Wait, Faker did a draw with this guy. Everybody can fight Faker now. Nobody's scared anymore.
No, people still are. I mean, maybe
No,
not
no,
scared,
no, no,
but
no, no,
nobody
no.
disrespects Faker and gets away with it.
Well, right.
But let's not go over there.
No. I was just showing something that if when he's going back into pro boxing, people are not going to be afraid of him anymore, or people are not
I
going to have
definitely
like.
do think that he's lost a lot of
Yeah.
respect from the way that this fight went.
Mm-hmm.
Because although he won, did he win though? That's the thing, and everybody's gonna be like, "Well, I personally don't think that you won," because this is what you have the feeling.
Yeah.
You're right behind KSI.
I feel like
that
it
it's
was a draw. It
you
should have
feel
been a
like
draw.
It should have been a draw, or it should have lost.
Yeah.
Right. So, and you're probably not the only person thinking this.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, for all the pros who also were thinking that this should have been more of a cakewalk, now they were not in the ring with KSI, so they don't know what
true.
it was like to fight him. But the point is, their expectation was that you would have won this fight,
Flawlessly.
not necessarily flawlessly, but rather easily, you
Yeah.
know, or at least clearly.
Yeah,
There,
we
let's
should-
use the
yeah.
word clearly,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
KSI is a pretty strong fighter. You should have won this fight clearly.
Yeah.
Did you clearly win this fight? No. That's why we're calling it a controversial fight.
Mm-hmm.
So that coming back, the professional boxers seeing this are, of course, you're gonna respect you less. I mean, a controversial victory
that's
against a non-pro, an amateur,
Mm-hmm.
who's not even like a full-time amateur. I'm like, really? Like,
He's
no.
not.
The
We can't.
respect level goes
We
down
can't call
automatically.
KSI. We can't even call him a rookie. He's not.
He's not a rookie.
He's not. This is his hobby. So
Right.
I'm afraid if this guy takes this like full time, what can he do? You know, I feel like if he takes this full time, like round 2 with Tommy Fury's out. If he stays the same way, he's out.
Well, I mean, and the fact also that, I mean, I understand one aspect of him not wanting to fight these misfits anymore. You know, he's like, I'm
No,
done.
but no. He said he's fine.
No, he said he's done with
No,
the BS.
no. He said that he's down. Either it be
If
the
they
Jake,
wanna
any
fight.
Jake Paul who wants to fight. I'm still around, but he's going to keep doing pro boxing because that's what he does. So if at any time anybody's there, hey, you want to fight this, and it's for money, he will show up.
I don't know. I feel like that's not really what.
No,
Maybe he
that's-
said that afterwards, but from what I heard, initially said that he was done with the BS and he was going back to just pro fighting.
I mean,
But
if he
I
goes
might
back
have
into
missed
pro
that.
fighting, there's not that much money for him,
Really?
dude. He can't make that much like pay-per-view sales as this fight did.
Mm.
He's not making that.
That's true.
And that's what pays the boxer is the pay-per-view. If 1 million people shows up, you get 1 million. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, so
Well,
don't put it on the side because that's where you get your money.
if he comes back here, then he really needs to step up big time.
Yeah.
Because after this win, if he comes back, say like next year, and he loses, I mean, initially here his family was going to disown him, but if he loses here,
I feel like they're just saying.
I'm like, no, because see, for people whose way of life is a certain activity, I mean, it's not something that I do. It's something I live. I am a boxer all the time, and my father is this way. My siblings are this way. Everybody in my household is this way. There's certain expectations. It's not a joke.
true.
Now,
Feels
when
like
you're
a
gonna come
clan
here,
member.
and then we know that you're just fighting some amateur,
No,
and
not
you-
even.
and
not
you
even.
lose,
Yeah.
you brought shame not only to yourself but on the entire family.
Yeah.
You know, so
I can see that.
I'm sure if you had lost here, it would have been really bad. Which
That's
is
why,
one of your arguments
yes,
there.
that's
Why?
what I'm saying. Like they saw the pros and the cons. They're like, KSI has nothing to lose, but if we do this, because it's split decision. So one person was like,
They made a judgment call.
yeah, he made it. I'm telling you,
And
I'm
said,
telling you,
let's just give it to him because it's gonna be bad if we don't.
it's true. You don't know. Dude, his brother is the world champion. You don't know what he did in the back. He's like, you better not give him the wrong. You don't know. See, and don't get it wrong. People are like, oh well, people don't do this fraud. Get out of here.
No,
We've
they
seen this
do,
all
they
the time.
do. I mean, that's how the real world works.
Like-
bribery and threats and all of those things. I'm not saying that this is what happened
Yeah,
here.
that's not what
All
we're
I'm
saying.
saying
we're
is,
just speculating.
can we rule it out? No,
can't rule
especially
it
for
out.
something like
Yeah.
this. I'm like, of course, they might be like,
He
okay,
had too much to lose. They had to give it to him.
just make sure that whatever happens,
Yeah.
he doesn't lose. Now, what if
Mm-hmm.
this would have been a fight where KSI was just completely, just obviously the winning guy?
Oh man.
And then they still gave it to Fury. Then now that would have been like an uproar, right? That would
Yeah.
have been bad.
Yeah.
And then it would have been obviously like
No.
some shady stuff going on
Yeah.
here. But fortunately for him, it
did
was
good.
tight enough that we can,
Yeah.
if that's what happened, I'm not saying that's what happened.
But my
But
issue,
if-
look. Every time there is split decision and it falls on one guy's hand to do this decision, like
He flips a coin and
every single time, it always goes to the person that people, when you look at your fight, you feel like,
he has to win.
he has to win. But then you do the switch, you're like, my guy, come in the corner a little bit. Who gave you $10 million? I saw this on your bank account transaction yesterday. You see? So, but I mean, we're just speculating and just just
No,
talking.
we're not speculating. We're just throwing out ideas.
We're
we're not
speculating.
I'm not speculating.
I'm going to sue. But yeah, well, but I
Yeah, so
I didn't really like the way KSI took it, the loss, but I get it because you're like, I dedicated my entire, like, a huge chunk of my life to this fight, and I did everything that I could.
well, the thing of it is, it's not even that. It's that we are seeing through a screen, and the spectators are over there seeing, but nobody is taking the punches,
Yeah.
right? Except him, the fighters. So only the fighters can tell you that I hit him more than he hit me.
Yeah.
Only the fighters can say that, because there's some punches us here on the screen, we're like, we think it landed, but it
Yeah,
didn't.
even the judges, they might not see
right,
one. Yeah.
Even the referee being there can
Yeah.
not necessarily know, but the one who gets punched knows that guy punched me has been 5 times already in the past 10 seconds.
yeah.
He can tell you that. So I think that if we really just have to take the fighter's point of view and we assume that KSI is telling the truth, then there has to be some shady things going on.
Facts, but I rather like KSI to just take it.
With
But I get it.
grace.
He will take it later on because that's the kind of guy he is. He's always a showman.
Except if he really thinks that he should have won that.
Like even if I'm always that guy. Like I did everything that I could, and if I lost, I lost.
Yeah, but if you lost because you actually lost, not if you lost
That's
because
true.
somebody
That's
decided
true.
that you shouldn't win.
Because a few walls have been punched through
know,
because
so-
of unfair losses.
Right. So if that's the case, I don't think that he's ever going to say, yeah, it was a good fight. I gave it my all and I lost. Because if if that's what had happened, that's what he would have said. If,
No.
as you claim, that's the kind of guy he is, I think that's what he
But-
would have said.
Where I'm going with this is, man, they just like everything is just pointing out that they just give it to Fury, to Fury, like to Tommy. I feel like, man, like it's his hometown, like he's a pro boxer, like his reputation is on the line.
There is even,
Like, I'm like, there's too
there's a
much.
question that an interviewer asks Fury at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
fight where he says, when they said that it was a split decision there. Like, I can't remember exactly how he asked, but it was like, were you scared a little bit? You know, and you know, he didn't necessarily say, no, I wasn't, because I think he was, because I think that deep inside he thought that he might have lost that
No.
fight. You know, so yeah.
I mean,
It's possibility that there was some shady stuff in the back.
but
That's possible.
but you know, even if they did some shitty stuff in the back, it's fine because KSI has nothing to lose, and in some.
But if he had won, now imagine the world today.
if
The
KSI,
world. Okay, it's not like it's like a huge world
no,
event.
it is actually a
but-
huge event,
Look, there's like war in Ukraine and in Israel right now.
dude.
This is not a huge event.
It's trending way more than what's going on in Israel.
Yeah, but the bottom line is World War III versus boxing. I'm just saying.
That's what happens in the world. Important events are happening here, and something
then-
stupid has to happen for everybody to forget about this, and this is it.
Yeah, well, I can just tell you that your parents and mine were not watching this boxing match.
Of course, but I'm talking about like
The point is, you made me forget the point
I did
that I
it.
was making.
He's winning.
What was I saying?
No, but the thing is, even if KSI,
Oh
like,
yes,
if he won today,
Yeah, if he had won, you know, like, what would have happened if he had won? You know, I think that definitely the fans there would have been like, "Oh my God!" I mean, he would just explode as a YouTuber, and then he might change also his way of doing his whole boxing thing. He might maybe take it more seriously. You know, saying that, you know what? I knew I was good, but I'm good enough to be the pro. Maybe I can really get into this thing, you know, and like make a real thing out of it. You know,
That's
and,
true.
And who knows? We could have it maybe a few years later.
that's true.
a
But
real.
but
you
is
know,
it the same way that
contender.
Logan Paul is feeling because he won?
You want to Logan Paul?
Yeah, because he won.
You want to talk about this now?
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, there's nothing much more to talk about the KSI fight.
I mean, the Logan Paul and the Dennis guy. Honestly,
it was
when
a
I saw,
joke.
look, I saw the Dennis and the Dennis. Yes, I'm calling him the Dennis. Sue
the
me.
tennis shoes.
Seeing first of all that he was a mixed martial arts fighter, I was like, he's not gonna win this, because a mixed martial arts fighter or an MMA fighter is used to fighting with everything, arms, legs, whatever,
Yeah.
right? Now, when you come in the boxing ring,
You're so restricted.
this
that,
is all
yeah.
you're using. No headbutts, no
But
knees,
there are some
no elbows.
there are some MMA fighters who started as boxers. So when they get into this fighting,
Right.
everything comes
No,
back.
but look, that's different. It's one thing to go from a boxer to an MMA fighter because you're just adding to boxing.
Yeah.
I still have a killer punch, but
Yeah.
now I can kick you too.
Yeah.
Versus you're used to kicking me, and now you can't kick me no
Yeah.
more. You know, you're like, I see a good opportunity for a kick. You can't kick. It's not necessarily a good opportunity for a punch.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah. and-
him being a mixed martial arts fighter, I was like,
Sorry.
I don't think you're gonna win because already it's not like he's like
You know,
a champion.
The reason why I knew Logan Paul was going to win is not just because of that, but it's also because I felt like the guy was just a troll. You know, to the point where he took it, like disrespecting his fiance, disrespecting Logan Paul, just being obnoxiously arrogant and just a troll. I knew this guy. He's just there for the
What
for
if
the
he had
payout.
won though? I
If
mean,
he-
can you imagine? You disrespect my girl and you also whoop my ass. It's like, man.
Ah, man, the guy would have won in life. He would have won in life. It's not just about boxing anymore. He
That
won
would
in
have
life.
been so bad. So
It's the kind of thing between dogs. Like every time you see him, your tail's behind between your legs now.
yeah, that would have been bad.
Damn.
But fortunately, he lost. But I just hate the way he was. I mean, he was like smirking the whole time. I'm like,
And
this
he's-
is all you're doing all the whole time. He threw like what, like
Maybe
five,
yeah,
six
yeah,
punches
five,
the
six, yeah.
the whole fight, and then he tried to like grab him the one time. I'm like, dude, like.
Dude, that grab.
I'm like,
dude, you
this
even
is-
thought that he probably got punched and slipped. I'm like, nah. Rewind this.
I'm like, this is corny. It's lame.
It's so lame.
It's stupid.
So
It's like
you saw at the end, he trying
yeah,
to like
and then at
just
the end he
like
tried. No. And before that, actually, how he got on his back and did that.
yeah,
that
oh yeah,
thing.
like that dog
Because he
thing.
started
Yeah,
doing that
yeah,
first,
Yeah.
and even the comment guy
No,
was
the
like,
crowd was booing. He's like boo.
yeah,
like,
even the comment
like-
guy was like, this is just like this is lame. This
Yeah.
is lame. But then he tries to grab him the one time, and then he tries to get it the second time when he gets disqualified. It's just like, really, like are
Dude,
you serious? Like
that's the kind of guy you just want to clean knockout, like where
He
his
would've-
souls leave his body.
you know,
man.
I wish that they would not have disqualified him, and so he could continue to fight and get knocked out.
Yeah,
That would have been nice. But I mean,
but no, he
being
went too far.
disqualified it's more shameful, I think.
It is.
as far as we can get here, because it's like, why did you even come here?
Yeah,
Like, what is if stuff not working right in
he's
here?
he's
Like,
just
what's the
a troll.
matter?
He's a troll. I'm telling you, he's just a troll. He's just one of those guys who comes in, makes you think, "Oh, I'm here seriously," but then just runs it down mid. He's a troll. That's what he
Yeah,
did.
well, I
Like,
mean-
I mean, I lost all respect. Like, just a tiny bit of respect I already had. Now, there's none. And I don't know. He's friend with Mike Gregor. I'm like, dude, you can't be friends with this loser. Like this is so. Even Gregor was fighting Floyd when they did their crossover thing. And when you look at a fight, you're like, damn, he's really trying to be a boxer here. And it was so good. It was a good fight. At the end, they were laughing, both of them, like, eh, dude, I showed you I could fight too. And they were like laughing. You're like, this is good.
Yes.
And then you look at this, you're like, come on, bro.
No, that was the lamest. I don't watch a
I
whole lot
think
of
he
boxing.
ruined the path for any other mixed martial artist who wants to.
No,
to-
I don't think so.
No,
I
because
think
people are
that-
going to say like, "What? You're going to grapple too? You're going to try to tackle to the ground?"
I don't think it's gonna be this way, just because of the way that he went
Don't
about
forget,
this thing.
people remember the bad better than the good.
No, right, but this guy he made so much noise that it was not about mixed martial arts anymore. It was
No.
about him. And then when he stepped in the ring, it was about him being lame, corny, stupid. Because
Garbage.
that was stupid and just ultimately trash who got disqualified. That was lame. That was not a fight. That was just a waste of people's time.
It was. It was.
know, so,
big,
yeah.
big time. Yeah.
I'm glad he got disqualified, and I hope that he keeps his mouth shut after this, because
He probably
if
won't.
he talks more,
He's a troll. That's what he does.
but I'm like, if you talk more after losing like that, it's like,
he
dude,
will.
Like,
He will.
Like,
He will.
In what world do you live?
Let's check social media after this. I'm pretty sure he did.
He's probably talking smack right now.
Yeah. While we're making this video, the guy is a
But
troll.
I mean, what smack can you even talk after this? What are you gonna say? Oh,
I was
you
just
should
hap-
step into the mixed martial. That he probably would say something like
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
You should step into my house. Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah.
Over something lame like
Yeah,
that.
and
That
he's
he
going
would
to say
say.
probably, I wasn't
Because
taking it seriously. I was just having my fun. I get my paycheck and get out. I'm like,
I don't know. It's just it was not respectable. It wasn't
I
clean.
sincerely don't want to see him on the ring again.
I don't think he should be allowed on the ring again.
Yeah.
Because
If Logan Paul wasn't evading his taco grab, it could have been bad. It could have been bad, especially the
but
neck.
even
the
that,
neck
and
one
that
he did.
that even tells you also that he's probably
He's
not
probably
even
not
that
even
good.
good.
Because I mean, if you can't even like grapple
Yeah.
properly, someone who doesn't usually wasn't used to like defending against those kinds of attacks, then like
No, I'm telling you, he's just a troll. He's one of those. Like, he's one of those.
well, I mean, if you're gonna troll like Salt Pappi did, like
Ah,
in
man,
the middle
don't
of
bring
his
this.
stunt,
No.
he gets punched in the
No,
face.
Salt. No, Salt
Yes, punched
Pappi.
in the
Oh,
face,
man.
and
That
then he
was my
just-
guy. That was my
And
guy.
why did he do that? It's like, you don't taunt right here, man. Like, taunt when somebody's like
But that's what I'm
struggling
saying.
or
That's
something.
what I'm saying.
Or
That's
maybe
his
he
biggest mistake.
underestimated the reach of Slim. Because Slim has quite a bit of reach.
But my issue is he does this all the time, even when he wins the fights. He has this, I don't know if it's cockiness, like, whereas sometimes he's like, I'm going to take it easy now. No, you don't know. stay in the game. Stay focused. You know, go in. Like being, man, I'm so disappointed. I'm disappointed in Pappi there. Like I'm like for me, I have so much hope for him, and just seeing his fighting style, I believe that if he has like the proper teacher, he can get far. But after seeing this, I'm like, even if you get a proper teacher, if you keep doing this, you're not getting
because he's
anywhere.
gotta fix his attitude first. You know, it's like you worked hard to get here. Obviously, like you had to cut a lot of weight to fit in this weight category. That's what that comment guy was saying. So it's like you tried, and then like celebrating before winning, like you didn't win yet. Like your opponent is not down, and you're.
Yeah.
And he lost that for himself.
How many times have we seen this? Like trying to make fun of your opponent, then you get dropped. How many times?
Righteous retribution.
Come on,
That's
people.
the way.
Especially in MMA, I've seen way too many people get dropped by the kick.
I just don't understand why people always feel the need to be this overtly cocky.
Those are toxic guys.
No, but it's like, why can't you not? I mean, it sucks to be a sore winner because there's such a thing as a sore winner. But at least a sore winner wins.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I won and now I'm taunting you. What are you gonna do? You already lost. But like,
no,
it's still up in the air.
It's one of those people who always try to get in your head because when they do it right, it works.
Yes.
Especially, but
when they do it right,
I feel like you should keep it out of any fighting sports. It works in like soccer, basketball, whatever.
Even
like
esports.
American. Yeah,
I mean,
it works there.
Taunting is a method always.
It works there. Like because you're getting people's mind and they're starting to be sloppy. But like in fighting, it makes people get aggressive and after.
No, but that's the thing. Because when people get aggressive, there's always something that they drop. Yeah. Whenever you're attacking, is also the time that you're most vulnerable. That's why counters are so deadly. You know, you were punching. That's when your face is wide open. You get a counter and down you go. It works the same way here. The thing of it is, he probably thought he was out of reach when he was doing his
I don't
stunts.
think so. He was just probably clowning him.
No, because but
Pappi is known to be a clown.
Yeah, but he seems to be far enough.
Man.
And then there's that long arm that clips him in the face.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
And then he's stunned for a little bit and he takes like 4 hits.
Yeah.
Direct, clean hits to the face. And then after that, the next round, he goes down.
I'm pretty sure he had a earful from his coach.
Yeah, probably like... Yeah. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And why would you do that?
Like now people are always saying every time Saul Pappi is fine, I want to see. But now it's going on Slim's side. Every time Slim is going to fight, we're going to see. But now Pappi, people are like, I'm good.
No, they're not necessarily going to say that because what we saw up until today was good.
Second loss in a row.
Okay. But here he lost for a specific reason, right?
Back there too.
No, that over there he just lost because the guy was
overwhelming.
I forget what his name was, but
Taylor,
he even won his fight here today.
Whatever. Yeah,
he won his fight
he's an overwhelming.
Yeah, he's just like always in there.
Yeah.
And even when you clinch, he's still hitting.
Yeah, he's an infighter.
You know, and that's how he won. I think that's why he won against Pappi there. He just had more points. But here, he lost because he made a stupid mistake. So I'm interested in seeing if he's gonna make this mistake again next time. And if he doesn't, it goes down again. I'm like, I'm done with you. You're not doing this for real.
It's so disappointing. But yeah, that was our point of view on all the misfit fighting. I'm not disappointed, but it's a bit saddening to see KSI losing. But at the same time, I mean,
but he did a good job. I mean,
he did a fantastic job.
We can say that he fought a very good fight. He gave it what he had, and it was good.
Yeah, and he shouldn't down himself. He's lost nothing. If he lost this way against any other non-pro boxers, it would have been, oh man. But it's a pro, and at the same time, he's not any pro. He's from a boxing family. That's what they do. So I'm like,
yeah. And to be able to snatch a controversial defeat
by split decision too.
unarguable defeat.
Yeah.
It's like, yay.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah,
did
people
he
want,
really
probably
lose?
want to see him
That's the
more
thing.
of him.
That's what we're gonna say. Did he really lose?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, that's going to be the title of this video. Did KSI really lose?
Yes, comma, Salt Pappi went down,
Yeah.
and
Parentheses, Dylan Dennis, please stop fighting. I beg, fam.
no,
No,
I don't
no.
beg. I will pay you, so you can just go back to your thing.
Oh man. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to
Absolutely.
like,
Comment.
comment, subscribe, and we also posted another video of today. And check out our other videos on the channel. And the channel name is Every Talk now. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe,
And
share.
We'll see you next time.
See you.